There are so many mixed messages about bodies. I mean, you're damned if you seek treatment, you're damned if you don't.
Well, who is mad at you for seeking treatment for lipedema? See, guys, the F bombs are out this morning. I apologize, but this pisses me off. Who is upset about that? The BoPos? The BoPos that are dropping like flies? Is that who you're afraid of? Well, hello, beautiful people. It's Mama Goob. So, I don't have time this morning to get all my gear together to do a proper recording. So, I just have here a microphone and I really wanted to react to what Glitter and Lasers uploaded last night. It's a very tearful, very emotional vlog. I'm getting that. I'm fully empathetic to her situation. She's having surgery for her lipedema. So she makes several statements in here that says the internet is going to tear her apart. And I am here to tell you, I am going to tear her apart, but not for the reasons you think. I will say up front what I'm going to tear her apart for. It's that she puts this teary video out and doesn't give us any other information. You know, it gets to me because I have lipedema too. Well, actually, I have self-diagnosed lipedema because I can't find a doctor in my area who would diagnose, treat, whatever. So I'm having a hard time finding a doctor. I would love to have the surgery that she's speaking of. But what gets me is she's not specific to what surgery she's getting. I think she's getting liposuction, like water jet assisted liposuction, because that's from my research. One of the treatments, but it doesn't always work. Once you have lipedema, you always have lipedema. Now, what I would hope she's getting, and this is not going to be, I mean, maybe it's true, weight loss surgery. Now, I know, but it's lipedema, it doesn't go away, but the problem is she has regular fat too. Okay, her body's not 100% lipedema cells. So if she's able to rapidly lose the fat, they can have an easier time treating the lipedema. But this is nothing, she doesn't say anything like this. She basically comes on here and cries and doesn't tell us much. So let's press play and let's see what I say the second time around I'm watching this.
In 1 week, I am having surgery to address my lipedema.
Don't say what it is.
I am trying to smile through it and I am trying to live through it, but I am crying a lot. I can't help feeling like a failure.
Okay, so number one, what do you mean by a failure? Are you having weight loss surgery? Because, yeah. Oh, by the way, if she's still in Miami, if she doesn't say what she's doing, I'm super going to be pissed because I would love to get my lipedema treated. And if this is somebody in Miami, then I would like to visit them too. You know, she could really help people here. But no, it's all about her and her emotions, which, hey, I'm empathetic. I get it. But, you know, so I've reached a point in my life and in my YouTube career, crying about something doesn't help anybody. Okay, maybe it releases some stress, but if she really wanted to be a pal and help people out, she'd explain.
And I know sharing this, I am going to get shredded online.
Yes,
I know that
shredded.
that is
That's what it is. I'm shredding her. Abso-fucking-lutely.
what so many people are going to do. I'm not the problem. The condition is the problem. And that's hard because, like, as a bigger body, you're just gaslit your whole life to feel like you're the problem.
Okay, you're the problem. you have a family history of obesity and you've done nothing to address it. All right, she's going to talk about her little Wegovy journey, but I'm telling you guys, weight loss surgery is very helpful for somebody in this situation.
But on one hand, people are telling you it is all your fault and you are the problem and you are making choices that
True.
led you to this.
Yes.
And on the other hand, you have a community of people who are telling you you were just meant to be big, don't do anything about it. And guess what? Both of those are wrong.
Says who? Says who?
My only regret at this point, especially after getting everyone kind of telling me that, I'm stage 4, which is like the worst. You are not a failure if you seek treatment. You are not a failure if you accept your condition. You are not a failure if you want to stop the pain. There is always going to be someone that wants me to be a villain.
A villain?
But I don't need to be that villain in my life anymore. I don't need to be the person.
Yeah, it's not that you're the villain, Anna. It's that you come on here, flout it. You're clearly trying to play to both sides and sacrificing your own health in the process.
That's mean to me anymore. I don't need to be that.
Well, I imagine it's very upsetting, yes.
In 1 week, I am having surgery to address my lipedema.
Dear lipedema.
And I felt like I needed to come and just explain why and how I got to this point. About 2 years ago, I started talking about my health journey.
There's a fly in her room.
And in the beginning, I was really open about everything going on.
It's a moth. Now I'm sidetracked.
But as time went on, there was just so much criticism and it affected my mental health. And I also was afraid that I would start making decisions based on what people thought of me versus what was actually best for me. So I decided at that point to pull back and to allow myself the time to make the right decisions. And that with the intention of maybe not ever sharing it. But now I feel a responsibility to share it because I genuinely feel like I dealt with my condition too late, and I can be honest about that. And I am.
Yes. Good.
Working on not.
So this is one thing she's honest about. Yay.
Punishing myself for that because I think it's an unfair thing to punish myself for, but it's something I deeply feel right now. And therapy is great. I'll get through it, but right now I'm not. And if I can help somebody else get the treatment and care they need and figure out how to do that, I want to be that person because I don't want anyone else to go through what I'm going through right now. So I have lost about 100.
So she wants to have people not go through what she's going through. But what does it mean? What does this mean? What is she doing?
Pounds. And in January, I stopped losing weight. I was taking Wegovy. I know I've never talked about.
Imagine losing 100 pounds and still looking like this. Just wrap your head around that for a minute.
My medication before, but it is important to the story. So I'm going to talk about it here, and I'm not endorsing anything. You should go see your doctor for any medical treatment. It's just important to the storyline. So I'd been on the Wegovy for about, I'm going to say 8 months, and I just stopped losing weight. And I was keeping around an 1,800 to 2,000 calorie diet, and I was training for my 5K. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below just so you can get an idea of like what I was doing.
We know.
And that was weird. That was unusual. And I was tracking just like everything according to what I needed to be my best and healthiest self. And so it was very frustrating. So my doctor was like, well, maybe we'll try a different medication. Zepbound goes up higher in its dosages. Maybe you just need a higher dosage. We went on Zepbound. And by we, I mean I went on Zepbound. Nobody else joined me. It wasn't like a collective. But I ended up having a really bad allergic reaction. And
that sucks.
It also made me hungry versus stabilizing my appetite. So it was not good for me.
No.
And I also started to have like pain. And we thought that that was related to the allergic reaction because, allergic reactions can cause inflammation and all kinds of other things.
Lipedema is painful. It is. Yep. Got my compression stockings on now because if I don't wear them, my legs ache so bad because they're swollen.
Didn't pay
It's
any
just
mind to it,
painful.
detoxed off the medication, went back onto Wegovy, and then I felt great again. Still wasn't losing weight. So my doctor was like, maybe it's just a plateau. Just keep going, keep going. And I did. And in June, whenever I went to the doctor in LA, like 2 weeks previously, I can't even remember when that was. So, oh gosh. I want to say it's March, but that could be wrong. It could also be April. It's all a blur right now, but.
Well, she's been really busy too. So I'm not sure what she's trying to do here, but now that you think about it, when she was on that cruise and had to do all that walk in the Bahamas, yeah, she was probably suffering for real, for real. So, and I can feel her pain because I had a similar situation happen to me in Alaska where it was like frozen tundra instead of really hot. And I could barely, it was a rough vacation for moving wise, which sucked because I was really looking forward to like hiking in Alaska and shit. And, between MS, lipedema, and I was severely anemic, probably still am. Yeah, I get it. I couldn't walk. So
What happened is I went to the doctor again, still wasn't losing weight. So she was like,
anomaly.
we're going to try a different medicine combo, but I think you need to see somebody about your lipedema before we make any big decisions. And I was like, okay. And I literally just felt like they're going to tell me the same things that I've heard from every doctor. And I've heard about my lipedema from my obesity specialist, which was who I was seeing, my vascular surgeon because of like my spider veins and circulatory issues as a result of lipedema.
Yeah, I have a vascular surgeon too. And they're like, oh, well, you need a lipedema specialist. Well, do you know one? No.
Also from my primary care doctor. And I just felt like it was going to be like the dry brushing, the self-lymphatic massage, wearing compression socks, compression pants if I can find ones that fit me correctly, which I couldn't at the time.
Well, they can. So I don't know what compression pants are, honestly. She could probably get custom made compression. And I mean, did they try wrapping her legs? It's a big deal. It's a pain in the ass. You're basically like in two casts, but you gotta do it. I don't know. How about vibration therapy? Did they try that? There's a lot they could do. But it's not curable. So this is why I'm super curious to see what the fuck she's talking about.
My diet, which I'd already done, exercising, maybe
yeah, we saw your snacks.
Reducing the high impact stuff. Like I knew that that's what I was going to hear. And so I didn't expect anything different.
Well, the high impact has nothing to do with her lipedema. The high impact is that if she did something wrong and fell, she's done.
Right. So I went in and I also wanted to know, like, when I was ready, how much would surgery cost and all of that.
Yes.
I saw several doctors.
Yes. Because like I know my insurance, United Healthcare, they don't cover the stuff I really, really need, like medications. So I mean, they're supposed to, but they like to deny it first. And then if my doctor puts up a big enough stink, I actually get this stuff. Isn't that fun? Don't we love this in America?
And we'll talk about that in a different video, but I did see several doctors and every single one of them said the same thing, which was that I was very close to losing mobility, which was extremely shocking to me because I felt great. I didn't have pain. My inflammation was like under control. So I was like, I'm fabulous, right? But every single one of them is like, ugh.
So, Anna, didn't we all tell you that? Like, really? We could all see it. We're not doctors.
You need to deal with this soon. And so, the first time I heard it, I was like, okay. Second time I heard it, I was like, you make a good point. Third time I heard it, I actually started to get scared.
Okay.
So I made the decision that during the summer is the slowest time of year for me work-wise.
Okay. Didn't we just see her on 3 cruises? I mean, Virgin Voyages wasn't really in the summer, but she was on the Disney cruise and then oh, maybe it was only 2. I don't remember. But yeah, she seemed pretty busy.
It made the most sense to, if I was going to do it then. So I made the decision to have.
You know what? She is in Miami for this surgery. God damn it. Anna, what is it? Tell me, who's your doctor? I want to know.
Surgery, scheduled the appointment.
Or the title
and,
of the doctor, and I'll
started the
Google
process
it.
of prepping for surgery. And again, I'm still feeling pretty good at this point. As part of surgery protocol, you have to go off GLP-1s and several other medications, okay? Just because
Shell
they
says
thin the blood or
Hashimoto's.
they can cause problems with anesthesia. I started to go off of the Wegovy. And
Immediately gained back 100 pounds.
It's been really, honestly, terrible. I don't have another word for it. I don't want this to be a cry video, but it really is a cry video, because I started to really feel the condition in my body in a way. Like, I always had some pain. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have a really high pain tolerance,
we like it.
and that is just a symptom of the life I've lived. But this was new, and this was hard, and it felt as if I had regressed all the way back. The first week I was off it, I started to just have pain in my legs, feeling like a giant bruise. Data couldn't lie next to me, couldn't lie on my lap. The second week I was off it, I started to have difficulties like walking distances. You know,
we know.
Walking 5 to 6 miles a day was pretty normal. It was something I did. You know, at least that's what my Apple Watch told me. And now I was walking like 2-3 miles, and things started to really hurt. My workouts started to become really, really hard. Even when I asked my trainer to like reduce the workout weights, I couldn't do them. Like, it was as if my muscles had just magically atrophied.
Oh, geez.
I am afraid that a lot of the work I've done on my mobility and the way my body works to kind of help counter my hyperextension may be gone. I have a feeling it's gone because I'm starting to have pain in my ankle again. And I haven't had pain in my ankle since I did that. And I just like, I have to do this assessment in like a couple days, and I am like terrified she's going to tell me that I'm locking my legs again. Because I worked so freaking hard to not do that. But it's just my body trying to stop the pain I'm living in. I now wake up every day in pain. And it's really bad. And I am trying to smile through it, and I am trying to live through it, but I am crying a lot. I'm traveling with my creative partner, John.
Mm-hmm. Her creative partner.
I just keep apologizing because I'm so slow and I'm so tired all the time. And it feels like everything I've fought for the last 2 years has just been like ripped out of my hands. And there's new pain that I didn't have when I started my health journey. And I don't understand it, and I can't even predict it, but I've started to have pain in my shoulders and my upper arms. And so the whole thing with like not being able to have my dog on my thigh, now I can't lay on my side because this hurts. Like, this area feels just like so bruised. I know surgery's gonna help.
I hope so.
But it all seems really overwhelming right now. And I can't help feeling like a failure. And I know sharing this, I am going to get shredded online. I know that
yes, that is... we're going to. We're going to, because all you're doing is sitting here and crying and not trying to help others not end up like you.
What so many people are going to do. I remember I watched a video. I don't even know who his creator was. I just watched someone's like reaction, because of course I've been trying to figure out like what happens when you get surgery, like other people who've been diagnosed. You know, I'm curious. Like I'm acknowledging and accepting this, and it helps. That's why I'm making this, to help somebody else go through that journey maybe a little bit smoother. But this man made a video where she's like, she doesn't even pronounce the condition wrong. It's lipedema, not lipedema. And all I could think was,
Sweetheart, people are dumb, and I don't know who she's talking about. I was a little afraid she was like talking about one of us, Priscilla, Alan. She might have been talking about Alan, but I don't think so. Alan knows what lipedema is. So I have no idea who she's talking about.
my doctor's only ever said lipedema. So
it's because what it is.
You're wrong. And that's what I realized in that moment, was that like everything I say, someone is going to tell me I'm wrong. And I am really grateful that I made the decision to not share this until I was ready. Because I don't know if I would have made the decision that I've made, but I ultimately know it's the right decision. I think the hardest thing about all of this, and it's just like when I think about it, it's like, for the last 2 years, being physically active has become a huge part of my life and my joy. And I fought for that activity. I fought for that movement. And it's like someone has just ripped everything I love just out of my hands and taken it away.
All right. Yeah. So, and this is kind of irritating because a few of us here on this girl world have MS, right? There's Kicking Geese, one of my audience, one of my viewers has MS. You know, it's, and we did nothing. We did nothing to cause it. She caused this herself, right? So when I was diagnosed with MS, I was getting really bad. I was getting to the point where I couldn't walk, but I was huge, right? So like I've said this story like 1,000 times. My doctor said, hey, you know what? If you got weight loss surgery, it would help. And you know what? It did in my case. I mean, I have other issues for MS, but I'm pretty much walking well. You know, right now I've had some issues. Again, I don't want to harp on that, but I'm doing everything I can possibly do. And it still happens because it's out of my hands. This issue with her was not out of her hands. Okay? The second she saw she was putting on hundreds of pounds during her journey, she should have woken up and gotten the fucking surgery. All right? Or consulted a doctor, done something, weight loss surgery, something. She didn't. Now she's crying about it, and we're supposed to feel sorry. Which I do.
Back. And I'm going to keep fighting to get it back because I deserve to have joy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to move in my body freely. And I don't deserve this pain. And I think that's the hardest thing is like, and I'm honestly working through this in therapy because it's a lot, but I'm not the problem. The condition is the problem. And that's hard because like, as a bigger body, you're just gaslit your whole life to feel like you're the problem. But you're not. You're not the problem.
Yes, you are.
I think I need to be really honest about the fact that I'm scared.
No shit.
I know that surgery is the right option, but I am so afraid that it won't solve the problem. That I will put myself through a lot of pain. Different type of pain, but pain nonetheless, and a lot of, emotional, I want to say trauma because this is traumatic. And it won't be better. I don't feel great going into this, but I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody goes into surgery being like, yay!
So while she's talking, I am looking up lipedema doctors in Miami, and I'll show you when she's done what I found. Everything is like minimally invasive. So I don't know, but we'll take a peek after she's done.
I think if you live with this condition, you're watching this, probably nodding your head and you get it. And I hope for two things. One, I hope that this works. And two, I hope that content like this will help other people.
So how the fuck is this supposed to help anybody? Because you're sitting here crying? How is that fucking helpful to anybody, Anna? How? What would have been helpful is, oh, we have this new air sculpt treatment, which I'll show you in a second. You know, we're going to try this and we hope it helps. And it's like $25,000, which she can afford. So, that would be fucking helpful, Anna. Okay? That would be helpful.
There are so many mixed messages about bodies. I mean, you're damned if you seek treatment, you're damned if you don't.
Well, who is mad at you for seeking treatment for lipedema? See, guys, the F-bombs are out this morning. I apologize, but this pisses me off. Who is upset about that? The BoPos? The BoPos that are dropping like fucking flies? Is that who you're afraid of? Okay? Because if they, listen, I don't even know how to answer that. Like, maybe because if you got weight loss surgery, they'd be upset. Maybe, I don't even know. Baffled why you would give two flying fucks about what the BoPos say. I don't know.
And I'll say this, and this is controversial, and I don't even freaking care anymore. If I'm controversial, it's fine. But on one hand, people are telling you it is all your fault, and you are the problem, and you are making choices that led you to this.
It did, because if you made the choice, I don't know, years ago, when you first started your YouTube channel to seek help, you wouldn't be in this situation. So it is your choices. You chose to ignore it and embrace it and profit off of it.
And on the other hand, you have a community of people who are telling you you were just meant to be big. Don't do anything about it.
Well, they're fucking...
And guess what?
Anna, they're dying. Okay, they're dying. Have you fucking turned on TikTok, YouTube lately? What are you listening? What do you give a shit what those people say? Why? Who cares? Fuck them.
Those are wrong. So I would say to anyone, if you feel like you are trapped in your body, and this isn't about aesthetics, this isn't about looking cute or being enclosed, but it's okay to pursue changes in your body for those reasons. But I am talking about a very different feeling when you feel like your body is fighting you. See somebody about it. And don't just see like a random person on the internet. Like, go see a doctor.
Well, okay, hun, sweetheart, baby girl. None of my doctors have known what this is. None of them. Like, the vascular surgeon kind of knew, but she didn't. She's like, oh, I've heard about lipedema treatments. Knew nothing about them. Okay? Nobody knows. It would be nice if you could tell us. Sorry. She's got me, guys.
Point, especially
I've been
after getting
gotten.
Everyone kind of telling me that, I'm stage 4, which is like the worst. And also it seems like, and again, we don't know for sure because there's just so many unknowns at this point, but it seems like I'm producing lipidemic cells faster than I'm burning like healthy fat cells, which is part of the reason I stopped losing weight.
It's part of the reason.
I'm just mad I didn't do this sooner.
Yeah.
And a lot of the reason I didn't do it sooner is because and this is so hard to say, I was scared of the optics because I wanted to believe I could do it myself.
You're an asshole. Okay? You're an idiot. If you would have listened to us, Alan Roberts, even, he was anti-surgery, but now he sees the benefit in certain situations, which your certain situation is a situation that needs surgery. Okay? If you would have listened to us and not those assholes who are trying to make, everybody's trying to stand out now. So some people, their way of standing out is, getting humongous and saying, I'm beautiful. I just can't. I can't accept that anymore because, You could have died. You could die, Anna. Yeah, it's the reality. Once you become bedbound, you're finished.
And it felt like pursuing surgery, pursuing medical treatment was me being a failure. And that is just simply not it. I am still working through that mental hurdle, but I need to say that because I think it's really important for people to hear. You are not a failure if you seek treatment. You are not a failure if you accept your condition. You are not a failure if you want to stop the pain. You cannot, especially if you're in the later stages like I am, just magically eat well and exercise it away. I am
no fucking shit. Now, number one, you did not eat well. You ate a lot of crappy fucking packaged snacks. All right. We're talking like Whole Foods. Like last night, I grilled a pork tenderloin on the grill. It was unbelievable. And then I put some chicken thighs out there. It was a fantastic meal. I made some broccoli to go with it. We did not have a starch. It was an awesome dinner. All Whole Foods. How fucking hard is that?
living proof of that. I think there are some very special people where that works, and that's why it's not a cut and dry line.
Yeah.
But I know for me in my body, I have done everything right, and I have to take solace in that I have done everything I possibly.
It just took you forever. Like what? How long have you been here, hon? 10 years? Yeah. It took you 10 years. You and Amberlynn were racing to see who could gain more weight.
Could do.
And Anna or Alex. Jesus.
And it's not worked. It's done what it can do, and then it just stopped.
Weight loss surgery. Not kidding. Honey, wake the fuck up. You're fucking around, you're playing, and then once they remove the lipedema fat, I think then you're really going to look funny. But I guess it doesn't matter. Dead air. Dead air, dead air. Dead air. Dead air, dead air.
Sorry, I just stopped there because
we know.
I'm emotionally overwhelmed. I'm trying to keep it together. I've tried to film this.
And that outfit doesn't fit her, by the way. I tried not to tear her down, but I can't. Why? All right, good. I can't, guys. I feel bad. I'm self-censoring here. I don't know if I've gotten the words right, but I think at this point it doesn't matter if I've gotten the words right. If you accept me and what's in my heart, that's great. And if you don't, I wish you a good day and goodbye. Okay. Yeah, you need to say goodbye to the stupid body positive people. They're going to kill you. There is always going to be someone that wants me to be a villain. A villain. But I don't need to be that villain in my life anymore. I don't need to be the person that's mean to me anymore. Okay, good. I don't need to be that. And so me getting this surgery and taking care of myself and continually fighting for me it's really part of being kind to myself and doing the best I can for myself. And if people can't see that, those people don't deserve me. And that's it. I think I definitely need to make a better video about how to get diagnosed. I had all these things I was going to talk about. Yes. Where is it? Yes. This is exactly what we need, hon. That would be great. For you to get over your emotion, pull up your pants, cry, fine. But we need to know. There are a lot of us in this boat, hon. All the processes I went through and how I was diagnosed and what kind of doctor comorbidities I have, because it's very often that when you have lipedema, you have other issues. But I just emotionally can't do that right now. But I will when I feel just
better in this. Every day I cry, every day. Every freaking day I cry. And every day I just think maybe if I get a good night's sleep, it'll feel better. And it's not. It's usually worse.
Yes, yes, I agree. That's how I feel with MS a lot. Yeah, it's like you have a great night's sleep and you wake up still fucking tired. Ugh.
But that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this. Because I matter and because I need it. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this, because it's what I need to do. I love y'all. You have been so supportive on this journey, and I just want to say thank you.
Anybody who, it hugs you in your little box. Yes, thank you. You're awesome.
This is the last thing I want to say because it's in my head, and I think someone needs to hear it, so I'm just going to say it. I've spent a lot of my life hiding my pain because I felt like a burden, because I felt like that if I told people I hurt, that if I told people things were hard, that they would think I was a burden, that I was challenging or difficult, and that they would not include me in things. So I just found ways to mask it, to hide it, to keep going, even when it was not great to keep going. And I didn't know there was an alternative. And I just want you to know if you feel that way. And this is something I've literally learned in like the last 2 days. The people in your life that love you will understand. And just to tell them, to let them help you. I've had times where at the end of the day I can't walk data because I hurt too much. And to see my friends step up and help me has not only made me closer to them, but it's also made me feel so loved and supported. So I would say let those people in. Let those people know your pain. You're not a burden. You're not. Okay. I need to go cry into a pillow right now.
Yeah, you do. Go get a drink of water.
Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll check
Peace.
you later.
All right, guys. So the first thing I want to show you is really what stage 4 lipedema looks like. So this is lipedema.org. And here are some pictures of people. Hold on, it's auto-changing. Let's start from here. So this would be a stage 4. See this? I have this, like a cuff right here. This is more Anna's. She's kind of like this too. Yeah, I mean, it's a real thing, guys. I mean, I'm not arguing that it's not a real thing, but Anna, you could have done so much more with this video. So the other thing I wanted to show you is treatment for lipedema. So let me go back here. So I Googled Miami lipedema treatment, and then there's this air sculpt lipedema treatment, which, I don't know, looks a little bougie to me. I'll show you, close. So, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, do we see a difference? Holy shit. Okay. See what I mean? This looks a little bougie to me. I don't know that that's where she's going to. It talks about, air sculpt is very easy. It's very minimally invasive. Sorry, I got a lot going on here if you're hearing other noise. So, sorry about that. It's been a day today. You know what a day? Yeah. So, what is the most effective treatment? Tumescent liposuction and reductive surgery. I've heard of water jet assisted liposuction, so I don't know. And this is now a Vaser liposuction, ultrasound to break down fat cells for their removal. So, it looks like the cost is crazy. Yeah. And this is, British, but it's about 20-ish, 25,000. And no, it's, most insurances cover lipedema surgery. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, not my insurance, guys. I don't know. Anyways, that is all I have for you today. I apologize for the roughness of this video, but I hope you found it helpful, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Bye.